Duval, hope y'all are doing all right this morning. It is Black Monday, and with that, we have a statement from Jaguars owner Shad Khan saying the Jags are going to be moving on from head coach Doug Pederson. Khan said that he's disappointed and saddened that it had to end this way and that things haven't gone very well as of late with Doug Pederson, but that he has a responsibility to this football team to try to move things forward. And if you're reading between the lines here, this also means he has not fired general manager Trent Baalke. Trent Baalke will get his third opportunity with a new head coach in Jacksonville, according to this statement from Shad Khan. Baalke has been the ire of Jaguars fans for years. He was the ire of 49ers fans for years before that. He apparently will be retained as the Jacksonville Jaguars general manager and help Shad Khan lead a search for a new head coach that Shad Khan believes will need to share his vision and be excited to seize the opportunity. In Shad Khan's words, that is in front of them in Jacksonville. A great opportunity, according to Shad. It's going to be really interesting to see how this thing plays out with Trent Baalke, who you've heard a lot of reports. You've heard people that have worked with him in the past talk not very highly of him. You've heard reports that Trent Baalke being in place in Jacksonville will limit potentially the Jaguars' options for their next head coach. There will be a lot of folks that maybe aren't willing to work with Trent Baalke that could be head coaching candidates. Now, it remains to be seen if that will be the case. Personally, when I look at this situation, I've talked about it quite a bit here on the channel, I don't see any way that the Jaguars can build a sustainable winner with Trent Baalke as general manager, because he doesn't seem to have a unified vision with the coaches he's worked with. Whether you talk about Jim Harbaugh, Doug Pederson, the list goes on, right? Urban Meyer, Chip Kelly, Jim Tom Sula, and Trent Baalke's record speaks for itself over the last decade. It has been abysmal. He was able to ride Trevor Lawrence's hot streak at the end of 2022 and beginning of 2023. 17-game stretch where Trevor Lawrence played incredible football when he was healthy. And I think that the Jaguars organization has really tried to, again, ride Trevor Lawrence's coattails. They were gifted the first overall pick a couple years back, 3 years ago with Trevor Lawrence. And I think that now they're going to just do their best, right, to try to just get something going with Trevor Lawrence. The reason I don't think it's going to be sustainable is because, again, to build a winning program, consistently winning program, you have to have a shared vision between the front office and the coaching staff. I think it's going to be difficult for that to be established with Trent Baalke in place in Jacksonville. And by no means do I think the Jaguars should have kept Doug Pederson in place either. Things have not gone well over the last year and a half with Doug Pederson as the Jaguars head coach, and certain situations have certainly devolved. The record has been abysmal, which is why it was time to clean house completely. But as we've seen in the past, Shad Khan doesn't like to clean house completely. He likes to keep some folks in place. And now, again, Trent Baalke, who was promoted from within in the first place to become the general manager back in 2021, will now get his third shot with a new head coach in Jacksonville to lead this franchise forward. Fans are not going to be happy. Quite frankly, is it a shocking decision? No. Is it a disappointing decision? Yes. I expected the Jaguars to clean house. Against Shad Khan's resume, his history as the Jaguars owner, I expected him to do the right thing, to not limit the Jaguars in their ability to land a head coach, to not limit the team in their ability to build from a personnel standpoint, from a culture standpoint. But it looks like that's exactly what Shad Khan is going to do until further notice. Would not be surprised to see a lot of clown emojis on Twitter, etc. Really appreciate y'all tuning in, supporting the channel. Sorry that Black Monday is not going quite the way that a lot of folks hoped and expected, but this is the path forward for the Jacksonville Jaguars. They are firing head coach Doug Pederson. They are retaining general manager Trent Baalke, searching for the next head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars to help lead Trevor Lawrence. Some of the talent on offense, Brian Thomas Jr., some of the talent on defense, Josh Hines-Allen, Trayvon Walker, Foye Oluokun, Tyson Campbell, Jarian Jones. Try to get this thing going in the right direction. It's not going to be an easy task with Trent Baalke as the general manager. Again, really appreciate y'all tuning in. Try to have a good one out there today, Duval.